for 7th all-time on the coach's win list. Mark, you recently spoke with Doc. How is he approaching this milestone?
Check out the story in Anscape. Got to put some respect on Doc Rivers' name. He could tie Phil Jackson tonight with a win in Phoenix, and he's actually the only guy in the top 10 that's not in the Hall of Fame in terms of coaches. I think will happen in the future.
All right, let's move on to Dallas. The Mavericks have upgraded the status of Anthony Davis from doubtful to questionable. Davis has missed 18 games with a left adductor strain. Ramona, is it a good move to attempt to put AD back in the lineup?
I wouldn't. They just fell to 11th in the standings, and they could really use a lottery pick. Last time they were in this position, they got Derek Lively in the lottery. But according to Mark Stein, who reported last week that Davis is very eager to get back in the lineup by the end of the regular.
Quote Tom Petty, I'm free falling, and take advantage of it. All right, this was the 4th straight game Nikola Jokic has missed. Head coach Michael Malone said he didn't expect him to play tonight on a back-to-back either. So let's get into the highlights of the game against the Rockets. Jamal Murray going to work early and often.
Oh. DJ Sidey still got the hop.
That was Lob City-esque.
Yeah.
So a little reverse action. Jalen Green gets the hoop and the harm here.
Another 30 for Jalen Green in this game.
He's having a quietly great season.
Yeah, he is.
And he got commercials now.
Murray behind the back.
Hello.
Hey, Russ, what up?
A little razzle-dazzle.
Nuggets lead.
I forgot he played there too,
By
right?
17. 4th quarter action. Jalen Green back in the paint and gets the foul and the basket.
Looked like a replay of the last.
Yep. 2 minutes later, same score. Murray drives into the paint, gets the floater here. Murray with 39 in this one. 11th 30-point game this season, most in his
He really
career.
heats up second half of the year, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Nuggets need it too.
The playoff performer, Sengun with the layup. Great bounce pass there from Jalen Green, who had
Rockets
30.
ready? Ramona, they ready?
Sengun with a triple-double.
He makes their coach.
Aaron Gordon, dagger.
San Jose.
Nice to see Aaron Gordon back. He's been struggling with that calf all year.
So Nuggets win by 5. Jamal Murray after the game.
It can't be pretty every time for the watchers. You know, we got to go there and do a job, and we have guys out. We got to come play hard. You know what I'm saying? So we came with a little desperation today, and we're just kind of control the game for most of the game, and we really locked in when we needed to. So it was a good end to the road trip. Everybody did their job. Everyone was just in a good mindset coming in tonight. So we really wanted to get this win, and we know that playoffs coming up. We got to create some good habits, and we got the Portland game out of our minds now. So on to the next.
As I mentioned a moment ago, this was the 4th straight game Nikola Jokic has missed. Head coach Michael Malone said he didn't expect him to play tonight on the back-to-back either. If he does, in fact, miss tonight's game, this will be the 2nd longest absence in Jokic's 10-year career. Jokic initially hurt his ankle back on March 2nd against the Celtics. He powered through it for most of the month until recently. He's having issues with certain movements on the ankle, which is why he hasn't been able to go over the last 4 games. I was told if it were a playoff series, he'd try to tough it out. And with just 10 games left in the regular season, how worried should we be about Denver, Carlos? I'm curious to get your thoughts on Jokic's situation.
I'm actually happy he's resting. This is a superstar that never sits out. We see him every year play almost every game of the season. So I'm actually happy he's getting a chance to rest. They got about 10 or 12 games left in the season. You want this guy as healthy as possible. If you're going to try to make a run in the Western Conference, you want him in good spirits. You want him to be at his best, because if he is hurt, this whole thing stops right away. He's that dominant of a player, and the Denver Nuggets are much better with him on the court than they are with him off the court.
I mean, you get the feeling that they've had to hold him back here because you know he has a remarkable durability throughout his career. And I think, you know, if you go back to that Boston game, I was asked, when did he really get hurt? When did this flare up? Because he has an elbow issue, too. You could see a little in the Boston game where he's laboring up and down the court. You can see him a little staggering on that ankle there. This is the part where you can really see it.
That looks like me running.
I mean, this is the part where he got hurt. But he just plays through everything. And I think one of the things they've learned in Denver is, especially after last year when they kind of ran out of gas against the Minnesota Timberwolves, you just can't keep your foot on the gas the entire year long. Yes, they wanted the 1 seed last year. They pushed all the way through trying to defend the title. You have a shot at it. But you got to be healthy. And the number one thing that I got to do is get Joker healthy. And even if he thinks he can play through it, he probably can. He shouldn't. He should get to the playoffs healthy.
I'm really concerned about this Nuggets team. This doesn't appear to be the same one that we saw win a championship a couple years ago. I think the big problem right now is they need consistency in their outside shooting. They have shooters, but they need more consistency. I don't know about their depth. It's not as daunting as it was a couple years ago. So regardless to Joker's health, which is obviously paramount, they have some other issues as well.
All right, let's move on here. Put a pin in that for the moment. We'll see about Jokic's return. Time to get to the NBA Today Big Three at number 3. Jaden McDaniels, Timberwolves, will be hosting the Pelicans in this highlight. And you'll see Jaden go to work here. Mike Conley drives, finds Jaden underneath, who throws it down. Posterized.
That's not an easy guy to dunk on.
No.
McDaniel on the rook dunk over Eves BC. Timberwolves beat the Pelicans 134 to 93. Number 2, Obi Toppin.
Oh, I know this is a dunk.
Oh, you know for sure. Pacers hosting the Nets. Tyrese Halliburton throws it up for Obi.
We don't give enough credit to the Pacers here. These guys are up to 4th in the Eastern Conference. They're coming.
Yeah,
Halliburton 360?
Credit to him.
Yes, sir, 360.
In the game.
Pacers win 108 to 103.
Why isn't he in a dunk contest?
He did it once.
He did it already.
You got to come
Did
back.
he already win one?
And number 1, Derek Queen.
That's right.
3.7 seconds left. Maryland down 1. Terps inbounding. Queen gets the inbound, drives, puts up the tough shot, banks it in off the glass.
Defense.
Calls game.
My referee buddy
right
swear
there.
to me that he didn't travel. I don't know,
It
though.
might be a trouble, but who's calling that? Are you calling that?
That was smooth right there.
No way.
Maryland
That kid's in a lottery pick.
Scott Van Pelt is a happy man after that. There's no doubt.
He's going to be in the league.
Coming up on NBA Today, we're talking college hoops. Draft expert Jonathan Givony is here to break down his top tourney prospects. And ever hear of a player giving back an award? Well, we'll have that for you, so stick around as we see what NBA champ Matthew Dellavedova did in the NBL last night. Plus, storylines abound in South Beach as Jimmy Butler returns to Miami. Will he have